Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Underdog Reacts, and I watched the movie House of Wax. You know, there was also an actual, there was a House of Wax also in the movie, and I thought, okay, a House of Wax, like how you would think of, a House of Wax, just a wax museum, No, this fucking house is made of wax. Yeah, so that was pretty interesting actually. Yeah, I didn't that was something that I didn't expect. Well, they said it at the beginning of the movie. This when Wade was scraping a bit at the house. So this house is made of wax. The whole house is made of wax. The floor, the stairs, everything is made of wax. But we'll come back for that part. So let's just first start with the movie, shall we? We're looking a bit up at wax, dried wax, from dripping down. It's on the corner part, and the camera goes up, and we see another part above that, also dried wax, and there it's still a part just running down, some wax running down, and the camera goes further up, and I don't know why. For some reason I have up. No, I don't have a stroke. And we see, we're now also a bit looking up to a pan standing on a stove. Okay, and the camera angles a bit, so that we can see what's in the pot, and you guessed it, it's wax. Boiling hot wax. We then are standing on the counter, we see the pot there, and we see a person come to the counter and then taps a cigarette into the ashtray. And stirs the wax a bit, and grabs the mold, and then scoops one spoonful of wax. Can we have a count how many times I have said wax already? A spoonful of wax into the mold, and then does that thing to distribute it evenly. But I'm gonna leave it at that, because if you want to know what's happening next, watch the movie yourself. Sorry, my face didn't want to do what I want to do for some reason. Am I having a stroke? No, not a heart attack, but for some reason, this part hurts a bit, but it's probably due to my work. So yeah, it's probably due to my work. But my face just for some reason glitched for a second. The muscles here in my face was weird. Maybe it was a mini heart attack and I didn't even know it. I don't know, but if you for some reason don't see any videos anymore on this channel or my third channel, because and from next year on my second channel, chance that I'm dead. Who knows? Hopefully not, but yeah. Obviously, because not obviously, but I upload movies every day, and sometimes if I don't want to watch a movie, I upload the video the day after. Except if I say in one of my other videos, oh, I'm going to a festival, so but especially if I sorry, uh, especially the day before I go to the festival, I will say in one of the videos, I'm going tomorrow to the festival, so you don't see the videos, but I'll see you guys then. And music, I upload usually on Wednesdays and weekends. So and for my second channel, everything is already uploaded for this year. Well, except for the food, because in December usually something around December. There's Sinterklaas here in the Netherlands, and there's usually some flavored paper notes that I can try. So, I'm gonna buy those, and if there's not a new flavor, we're just sticking with the videos that I still have. Because I have over 150 food videos that I still have to upload. So, yeah. The food videos are pre-filmed, but they are still genuine, still first time reactions, well, first time tries and reactions, because I never tried them before. Anyway, let's leave that morbid shit behind, and I have a thingy that I can buzz people, and that's what you heard twice, but it was the same person. As far as I know, I haven't. Yes, I've ordered something, but I have already my package right here because it was already delivered. Which I don't like that shit. Putting it in front of my door. It is that I live somewhere inside, but if I just have a house and you leave it at my front door, just and the street is there in front of my house. Yeah, no, my package probably will be gone before I'm home, so I don't like that kind of shit, so I want to be home, and it should have been delivered tomorrow. Not that I'm complaining, because I have it now, but but I don't order food. I'm not that kind of person to order food, so it's not something like DoorDash or something like that. Okay, if we heard the bell ring, then he was for me, but I haven't ordered anything. Okay, this guy is weird. Mm. Um, let's just continue with the movie. Sorry, guys. This is something that's weird for me too, and this is something that always happens, just their bell, they ring my door, dude, ring the right number, why always me? Come on, because if it's not for me, I'm not gonna buzz you in. I buzz this person in, but otherwise he's probably gonna still ring at my door. But come on, dude. Maybe it's my neighbor. That's also possible. Who knows? But then he should have a key. So, you know, otherwise, how can he get inside? Anyway, back to the movie. Yeah. I talked about weight, for a few seconds, at the beginning of the the beginning of the video, that he was scraping the wall, on the outside of the House of Wax. Well, they went inside. Well, the sign said closed. And then, they were inside, they were looking around. He grabbed something. Oh, no, he didn't grab something, but he was saying something, and then start to light something. Dude, the fuck are you doing? And then, they were. He played something on the piano or so. What was after that? But they were standing at. He was standing at in the dining room, at the table. He grabbed something, and when she was not looking, his girlfriend, he started to light something again. Dude, what the fuck is your problem? First of all, it's not your shit. Second of all, why the fuck are you burning shit down? Or try to burn shit down? Come on, really? But he didn't survive. The movie definitely had some very cool effects, very nice effects. Because he was caught, Wade was caught, and then he was all waxed, as in coated in wax, and was set back at the piano, that he played earlier. And Dalton, one of the friends, he found him, and he was like, "Oh, dude, shit." So he was okay. I'll get you out of there. So he was trying to get the wax off, but he took pieces of skin, with the wax off his face, because it was all stuck together. And you saw a tear coming down Wade's face. And then what was his name? Vincent. Oh, he played both roles. Oh, I knew it. I fucking knew it. Is that? Wait, is Dalton? Yeah, I see Ghostface behind it. From Scary Movie. So this Dalton played Bobby in Scary Movie. The actor, John Abrahams. Huh. But there was another girl also in this movie, Paige. And I thought, she looks like Paris Hilton. Yeah, she really looks like Paris Hilton. It was Paris Hilton. That's why she looked like Paris Hilton. But I really look for. Yeah, she looks a bit like Paris Hilton. Yeah, because it is Paris Hilton. Oh. But Vincent was behind Dalton, and uh, Dalton maybe dodged or something, and Vincent sliced off a piece of the cheek, and just this part, just hold this part gone, which was a very cool effect. Also, the taking the skin away, also very cool effect, really cool. The House of Wax was melting at the end of the movie because it was on fire. Alright, Scream 7 is out. Yeah, I forgot about that. But it was on fire. And what does Carly do? That she was the girlfriend from Wade. Let's run upstairs. After her twin said, "Run, get out." You'd think, go to the front door and get the fuck out, especially if the house is on fire. Nope. Let's run upstairs. Why? Okay. If the front door, is on fire, okay, but still, why? Why the fuck would you run upstairs? Well, first of all, why the fuck would you run upstairs, when he says get out? That's not out. Second of all, why would you run upstairs if the house is on fire? The same thing, I get it, but it's not smart. Because, warmth, heat goes up. So, yeah, and what would you do at the end? Okay, you're standing on your roof while your house is on fire. Okay, you have nowhere to go. Now, you're on your roof, you have nowhere to go, and your house is on fire. Well, you can expect warm feet. Pretty quick. But, House of Wax was on fire, and that means melting. Because the whole house is of wax. So, yeah, and that's the third part. Why would you run upstairs in a house of wax that's melting? That means if you're upstairs on the second floor, you fall down. Because, the floor's melting too. And, well, she did. And what was his name? Nick. The twin. Well, they both fell down. But they did survive. But still, come on. The house is melting and you go upstairs. Overall, it was a good movie. Yeah. I give the movie a 4 out of 5. Go watch the movie yourself, leave likes, recommend the good. Horror movie down below in the comment section. Subscribe to your channel, or movie related house movie where the main part is a house. Like McPhee or Up, which is Disney, so we're gonna watch it, eventually. Or Cabin in the Woods, or Evil Dead. Well, it's definitely the first two ones, shit like that. Y'all recommend something like that. Down below in the comment section, subscribe to the channel. Check out my second channel, Underdog Eats, with food, drinks, FMV content, time outside alcohol. My third channel, Underdog Reacts, where we do primarily music. Link down below in the description. And see you guys next time. Bye.